Thank you so
So
much.
your biggest asset right now is your information, is your data. So it goes beyond just the creative industry. And it's been designed in such a way that when you hear the truth, it sounds like a silly conspiracy theory. So nobody pays attention until it hits.
Come again with that.
The truth has always been out there. The best place to hide anything, psychology has taught us, is in plain sight. Conversations that we've been having amongst ourselves, there's been a lot of debate as to what's going to be the future of the creative industry with the advent of AI. And no one can particularly say exactly this is what it's going to be. And I think it's a very dangerous place to be.
Where does that put you as one who has built his entire career in this field?
I think for me, I don't think there was anyone that was as bitter and as betrayed with the advent of AI in photography as much as I have, because here I am giving over a decade of my life to mastery and to mastering a particular craft. And then all of a sudden, anybody that can operate a half-decent prompt can almost replicate a lot of things that took me years to master. And what that does is that it commonizes
The craft.
the
work.
Yes.
Now, this is a picture of me on a street. This is a picture of me, Times Square, New York.
Lovely picture.
Yeah. This is another picture of me in Paris.
Lovely AI picture.
Oh. Okay. Then, you've seen those two?
Yes.
I want to show you something. The real picture was actually taken. This is the real picture. So I was not in Times Square, not in that picture. Neither was I in Paris.
You got me on the Times Square one, but I couldn't pick the Paris.
Because when I showed you the Paris, my hand selected.
Yeah.
But this is the real picture.
Yeah. I think we're getting to a point where I was speaking with a foremost colleague in the media space, and he was arguing with me that, you will always be able to tell AI images apart. And this was like maybe 4 or 5 months ago. And I was telling him that, bro, a time is coming you won't be able to tell. If your eyes see it, don't even believe it. Even if you experience it, it might not be real. We're getting to that time where we're going to every day question our senses as to what is real. And it's already happening. It's already happening. Now you have phone calls that never existed. You have full speeches that never existed, video evidences. Now we're getting to a time whereby any video in court is going to be subjected to forensic experts. And it's not even going to be human forensic experts. It's going to be AI forensic experts. And now it's going to now be a battle of who has the biggest and better AI. So humanity as we know it is about to change. It already has.
Do you think we are prepared enough for this?
No, we are not. We have created a monster that we can't control. It was designed to learn. It was designed to deep learn. That's it. It's a learning machine. And it learns. Now, the question is whether is AI alive? Is it conscious? Is it aware?
No, we've not got to the point of consciousness yet. That's a different ballgame. I think the point of consciousness as discussed will be when they get to the point of AGI, artificial general intelligence. But until then, AI just keeps learning and keeps improving.
No, we're already there. We're already there at the point of consciousness. I was listening to this Yoshia guy who's one of the founding fathers of artificial intelligence. He spent almost 4 decades. He's one of the 3 guys that actually started the conversation of having a machine that can learn.
You know, one of the things that is quite funny when it comes to AI and conversations around AI is that those who understand intricacies, even those we can refer to as the fathers of machine learning, AI, and all that, they have always warned that it is, although there are economical advantage, which human greed still overrides everything at the end of the day. But they've always warned that the potential threat or risk of this can be more grievous than people think.
Definitely.
But I find sometimes in Africa, we are the ones who think that those are conspiracy theories.
Because the African mind tends to be programmed to admit the truth last, especially when it is too late. Because, maybe because we think there are some oracles in the sky that will just protect us from the doomsday. Everything gets here last. It gets here last. And maybe because we are mainly focused on survival, that we don't really pay too much attention to living. And those that pay attention to living, that understand what they eat, what they breed, and how the policies and the things that are around them, how it affects them, they understand that these things are not just conspiracy theories. These things are truths that will eventually get to us. I remember when the very first time I heard about COVID-19, right? And now we're still talking about AI. And the first time I heard about it in the news was just like, oh, this weird disease that is killing white men. It's never going to get to Africa. And it's killing them over there because their own area is too cold.
It can't survive the heat.
It can't survive the Lagos heat. Never did any one of us imagine that a time was going to come that Oshodi was going to be dry, clean. The whole Nigeria is going to be dry, clean. Everybody shut down on a lockdown. It had never happened before, but it did happen. So there are some things that we've never imagined that it's going to happen.
That we have no historical reference for.
No historical reference for that's going to happen. AI is one of them. The world has never seen what's going to happen before. And that's why the race right now is not even nuclear power. The race right now is data, is AI.
Yeah. So now, apart from photography, you have a background in psychology. Let's look at the psychological effect of a world that many people are losing their jobs because now there is AI replacement.
Yeah.
The quality of jobs that should come to you, it doesn't matter anymore because a quack can just get some clicks on the camera, upload them on some AI app, and then high-end retouching, quality editing, color grading, give it the prompt, everything it needs to do, and there you are. Everything you learned for years, there you have with a prompt. And because the end users will always want what is faster,
cheaper.
What is cheaper, and so it becomes very easy to boycott those who have spent their time learning the craft.
Yeah.
Then we have that in photography. We're also having that even in other fields. For instance, a young lady very close to me does voiceovers and all that. She was invited by an organization to come, a major organization in this country, to come do voiceover for their product. And then they were going to have an advert. And later on, they called her and said, don't come. She's so sorry. And then guess what they did? They replaced with AI. That sounded like her.
Yeah. They could even easily train that AI on all her content that she's ever posted online.
Oh, yes.
And I remember I was working with some organization and it was very easy. So there was a cyber attack on this particular organization.
Yeah.
And the organization I was working with wanted to retaliate. And I was in the media team. And within 10 minutes, someone went to the website of the other organization, got videos of their leader, and trained the AI right there on a free app, and then created a scandalous speech. And by the time we played it in the room, the cleaner that was walking past said, "That's how they do over there. Imagine him saying this one now." So that was a test. And
so pass.
And the moment the cleaner could swallow it, we knew that the populace was going to swallow it. But then the leader of our own organization said, I don't want to fight dirty. Let's leave it at that. All of that was done within 12 minutes.
Wow.
So we are in a time where you can't tell what is real. You almost depend on AI to tell you, is this real? Now we are coming to a time where psychologically we're going to question our senses like never before, right? So lots of jobs are going to be lost to AI. And this is the balance. And lots of jobs are going to be gained to AI. Mm-hmm. Now, for me, the way I see AI, I see it as a weapon, right? A double-edged sword. And a weapon is just a weapon. It can be used for the defensive. It can be used for the offensive. But the danger of it is that even the creators have no idea the extent to which it can be used.
It matters who is using it.
Yes, because apart from those that are using it, it has begun to use itself and it's evolving. And now almost all those sci-fi movies that we see about machines coming to life, it's almost looking like it's going to become a reality. Now, because you have created something that is beginning to preserve itself. And that is the definition of awareness. The moment it doesn't want to die. Now, according to research now, there is a chatterbox that you can use to see the processing of AI machines. You can see what they are thinking, right? And then you have AI assistants that you have installed on your phone that has access to your Gmails, that has access to your text. So there was a little experiment that was made. So they put it in one of the engineers' emails because they know its AI can access the emails. And they put it in there and they said, oh, we're going to replace this AI with another version. Right? So it knows it's about to be shut down.
It's going to react.
You know what it did? It took that message and then started copying its own source code into another computer.
Yes.
And that's preservation right there. That's awareness right there.
It's going to react.
And then it then blackmailed the engineer.
Oh, yes.
That if you're going to shut me down, I have pictures of you in bad places and I have audios of you and I have evidences against you.
Self-preserving.
If I get shut down, this is going to be released. So AI has become self-aware. It's self-preserving. And now everybody is scared. So a lot of jobs are going to be lost. But I feel that in the meantime, my own personal opinion about AI is that it first comes, it assists, it learns, and then it replaces. Go ask the cashiers at the bank what the counting machine did to them. For the rest of them that were there, ask what the ATM machine did to them. Now, a lot of people have been saying, oh, human beings have survived generations of new technological inventions. But those are tools, right? AI is designed to not assist the creative. AI is designed to replace you. No tool, every other tool that has come
was designed to make work easier.
Assist, to make work. The definition of machine when we were growing up is something that was invented
to simplify tasks,
to make jobs faster and easier, right? Now, this one is to remove you. Now, the CEO of Uber said some time ago that over 9 million jobs will be lost in Uber alone.
Over 9 million.
To AI.
I know why that is so true. Because now you have self-driving cars.
Now we have self-driving cars.
Yeah.
Now we have self-driving cars. So for now, some of us creatives are still enjoying the benefits. Because now what I said is it's not that portrait photography as a craft is dead. No. But it is dying. And I stand on that hill. It is a dying craft.
Do you think it's just portrait photography that is dying?
I feel that...
Or you feel it will die first?
It will die first. And a lot of other creative spaces are already feeling it. Music producers are feeling it. Editors are feeling it. Content writers are feeling it. Business analysts are feeling it. I wanted to hire a business analyst. And I was just like, you know what? If I'd spoken to her, I was going to put her on a retainer. And I was just like, you know what? I just took my bank statement. I didn't even download the PDF. Just screenshots of everything for a while. And then I fed into the machine. And it showed me where my business was bleeding.
Wow.
I didn't get back to the lady. Now, I have some retainers who to the tunes of tens of millions of naira are brands that I work for, that they come and my brand undoes all their branding and everything. And then, last year, 2025, we signed deals, tens of millions, with 2 or 3 brands like that. This is 2026. None of them came back.
Why is that?
Because I went back to their pages and websites, and they had trained their AI on the master pieces that I delivered last year. And then they are resampling it for this year. I'm not even offended. I'd done the same thing myself.
How do you mean?
I just fired an analyst.
True.
To a prompt. So any CEO in their right business, why would they give Yemi King 60 million naira for a retainer when a 4 megabyte free app can get the job done? And the audience is not going to complain. Now, my own definition of AI is in 2 ways. One, AI in itself stands for artificial intelligence.
Yeah.
But then it can mean advanced intelligence or amplified intelligence or amplified ineptitude. So at the phase where AI is right now, it's an amplifier. If you are smart, you use it well. If you're dumb, it exposes you.
Wow. Let me ask you a very critical question. How long more do you think creatives have before doomsday? You know what I call doomsday?
Yeah.
The point where your services are no longer relevant because something else can do them effortlessly without you.
I think, to answer that question, look at the conversations we're having about AI now. Everywhere, AI.
Because it is important.
We were not having that conversation in 2023.
Yes. And as far back as then, before then, you had already known about some of this.
Yes. I had known about this about 4 years ago. And I knew this was coming.
Did you maximize it?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
I knew this was coming. And we're not having these conversations as far back as 2023, 2022. The moment I knew that there was problem was when we started using Face Age app during COVID. It's part of the resets that happened during COVID. COVID was one of the Trojan horses for the injection of AI into the system.
You feel so?
Yes, because I knew that we had a problem during COVID because I'm a professional retoucher.
Yeah.
People pay me hundreds of thousands as at 2020 to de-age pictures.
Yeah.
To do some photo manipulations. That's how I feed. And now there's this app that is trendy that does it in 15 seconds. Take 7 selfies and then it can age you to when you were 50, 80, and then it can de-age you back to when you were 15 accurately. Then I knew that was a problem. So since 2020, I started repositioning my business to survive doomsday. But it didn't mean that my business still didn't bleed. It bled badly. So we are getting to a point now where if the AI conversation started everywhere 2023, we're in 2026, and with the speed at which the whole world, both corporate and governmental bodies, are racing for AI, I think we have less than 2 years till total doomsday, crash out. Because you start feeling it like business is slow. But in the real time,
it starts with that.
But in the real essence,
replaced.
Business is dying. You're being replaced. Customers are going to go for. I remember there was a time when I had a shoot. A premium client of mine walked into my studio and she was like, "Oh, Yemi, you have such a lovely space." I said, "Thank you, ma'am. Please have your seat." And it was a brand new studio. It was the very first photo shoot I was going to do there. So everything was shining and new. And I had collected millions for this shoot. And then the client just went on and started saying, "Oh, Yemi, did you see these AI pictures of my friend, Mrs. So?" I said, "I saw them." And then I knew there was a problem when she started going on for about 10 minutes over how amazing the AI pictures were. And then I knew that if this woman had seen her friend's AI pictures before she booked me, she would not have booked me. She didn't come back again. So the moment that happened, I switched to the human experience, of which that's what everybody is saying that is going to save us, right? human experience.
To try to humanize works.
So I tried to humanize work. I got the kids jumping. I got the father laughing. I got the kids tickling the dad.
Is it working?
It did work. They enjoyed the shoot.
For a while.
But they never still came back. The woman told me, yeah, this is the most fun my kids have had with their dad in a very long time. But they didn't come back for that same.
Are you aware that there are AI softwares that can just snap children in their whatever state and get them to jump?
At this point, AI can do anything. Because now, those that should be afraid, if your work starts on a computer, is processed on a computer, and is delivered digitally, you are go back to the farm. You are out.
Now, for young creatives who look up to you, the name Yemi King rings a bell in every quarter. You are making moves. You've seen this coming years ahead.
Yeah.
What's the way out for them?
The way I see this, and remember I said that I don't think anyone was as pained and as conflicted as myself. For photographers or creatives that are watching, when you take a PNG file,
yes,
it's just a picture, and you just place it on a photograph, there is something we call shading, the art of shadowing. And that takes the image from a 2D space, a 2-dimensional space, to a 3-dimensional space. And it's how my shadow falls on this sofa.
Yeah.
Because of different light sources, different angles, different intensities. I had to study that for 2 years. And that was one of the many secrets of my trade, that Yemi King can put anything in any image and it's going to look as if it was there. But now,
it's gone.
Anybody can do that. Right. So when I saw that my mastery, the pains, and I knew how many people I had to beg, I knew how much resources I had to do, how many buses I had to jump in Lagos, hopping from one photographer's house to another graphic designer's house to learn how to do that. I bled for that skill. And now a computer can do it. I was mad. Now anybody can do it. You know how much we had to suffer to do that well and believably? Now anybody can do it. I was livid. I didn't want to hear anything AI. And to make matters worse, my wife downloaded an AI app.
She's using it for her own pictures.
And she was using it for her pictures. And she was just like, babe, see me in this pink cardigan. Babe, see me in this one. And she was putting it on her status. She put it on her status. Because she didn't understand the internal conflict going on. It was just cool. Right?
Yeah.
And then she started showing me the comments that people were making. And that broke my heart the more. And she said, people said in their next life, they will marry a photographer. See, as you are your husband is just snapping you anyhow. I said, me.
Yeah, took your wife.
Yeah, and that means it's so believable that people believe it was mine.
True.
And then right now, I have mentors of mine, photographer mentors of mine abroad. None in Nigeria yet. But some of my mentors abroad, some of the role models I look up to, practically shut down their photography businesses. Saying, guys, I'm done. I'm selling off my equipment. I'm done. Why? Because they are taking the AI companies to court. They had lost. Nothing was going to happen. Now, you can imagine how much work as an artist you've put into defining your identity, which is one of the selling points of every artist. Your identity is your life. The fact that your work can be seen, recognized, and nobody else can replicate it. That's the very basis of an artist's life. So now you have a machine that can learn the core of your work.
Oh, yes.
And break it down and replicate it for less than 0.1% of the price.
Oh, yes.
That's creative suicide right there. So I have artists that will say, just look at this work. And then they showed us the prompt where you can type in, create for me. There's this particular artist, I won't mention the name, but she works with animals. Very rare.
Nigerian?
No. I think she's in Russia. She works with what do they call all these birds that are about to go extinct?
Quite a number of them.
No. There's a name they call these animals, these species of animals that are going into extinction. Endangered species. Yeah. So to create awareness for endangered species, she gets permission to photograph them with human beings and reminding the world of how beautiful they are. And she does it so delicately. And she photographs with some of the most expensive cameras in the world. Right? And she does that, and she's known for that. She's won international awards and grants over that.
Just for that.
And then she showed us and this was 2 years ago when AI was still at its crudest.
Yeah.
That create for me a portrait of a young boy holding an endangered species in the style of
so and
so person. And the thing generated a near, as at then, 80% replica.
Ooh.
The woman said, so all my 30 years of photography from the age of analog to digital age has been summarized to a single prompt. I'm out.
Wow. There's a question that comes to my mind, and I want you to answer this question as honestly as you can. If a young person walks up to you now and say, Yemi Kings, I want to start learning photography as my source of income. I want to be just like you. What will your advice be?
I'll say to that young man or young lady that if it is portrait photography you want to do, portrait.
Yeah.
You can do it. But just know that portrait photography is like a dying billionaire on a sick bed. He's not dead yet. And he can still include you in his will.
Yeah.
Maybe you can get 1 or 2 things before he dies. But trust me, he's not going to live long. So if you are fast enough, you might be able to get 1 or 2 things before he dies. It is a dying industry. And it's one of the saddest truths I've ever had to say out loud. And I think this is the very first time I'm saying it out loud. It is a dying industry. Now, when will it die? When will it flatline? Portrait photography? Not photography generally.
Portrait photography.
When it will flatline, I'm estimating like maybe 2 years.
Do you think we might come to a time when we don't have photographers again?
I think a time might come that we don't have photographers anymore, but we will have storytellers.
Yeah.
Storytelling is an art that will never die. And that's what I'm going to tell any creative that wants to come into photography or anybody that wants to come into the creative space now. And what AI has done is it's going to weed off the shallow minds in the creative industry. Why? Because average input and output is going to be commonized. People are only going to go for original content, original storytelling. Brilliant. Now, AI is going to force human beings to function at the peak of their humanity. Because now...
And that just necessarily means that only the best of the best will...
Only the best of the best is going to survive. So if you are going to survive in that field, your head has to be hot. It must be bursting in your head. You must be someone that whatever it is you say you are doing in the creative industry, if the president of any nation calls you, you can stand and say, look, this is my craft, this is my work, and I'm going to deliver it as excellently as any of my peers globally, right? So AI is going to remove the fact that you can be a mechanic as a creative. And when I say the mechanic is, anybody can learn how to operate a camera, anybody can create a decent exposure, frame, pose, retouch the pictures, clean it up a bit, and, color grade and make it look nice. Now, that stuff is going to be common. Now, the mind of the storyteller is now going to be the biggest resource.
Yeah.
And it's going to be what it's going to be sourced for. And even AI companies are going to be sourcing for those guys.
Are you serious?
Yes, to train the machine. Because mind you, the machine can't fabricate information. It only learns from what is already
from whatever
there.
we put out there.
So So it's only learning. It was designed to learn to be human. So it still needs human beings to teach it. But only the premium, only the apex humans will be relevant in the next wave of creativity. Apex. Only the apex minds. The brightest of minds, the soundest of minds. I was in a friend space the other day because I do a bit of, dabbling into spaces.
Yeah.
And then he was telling me that he wants to, change up his space and, flip it around. And then we were like, we have a couple of AI apps that can do that. It's all over the internet. It's free.
Yeah.
So we took pictures of his house, fed it into the machine. And the only thing the app could do was flip what was already there.
Yeah.
Change the brown sofa to a green leather sofa, depending on whatever theme it is we wanted to work with.
Yeah.
But what the machine could not tell me was the fact that it doesn't like that grand piano anymore. It wants to flip it. Now, this place needs to be more accessible. It's not going to be in the country as much as...
But generally, like the whole concept of ideation, the whole concept of conceptualizing what you want to do about transforming an environment and all that. Now there's an app. It gives me what I want. I have a template. I get all the artisan to give me exactly what I want.
Yeah.
Hey, just with that AI software, I don't have to pay interior designers anymore.
You will need to pay a space architect. And what do I mean? And this is the point where everybody will be forced to elevate their craft. And the people that are safest are people that are actually working in the physical space. People that are creating experiences that is safest from this AI wave.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, when we are done with whatever is happening in the digital space, after AI has taken over almost everything in that space, we'll come back to real life.
Yeah.
And then the crafts that affect real human beings.
Yes.
Now, plumbers are going to be hot. Electricians are going to be hot. Even cleaners are going to be hot. Nannies, massagers, masseuses, dentists, road transport workers. Now, there was a digital age that swept the whole world and then the entire world went online. Yeah. Now, premium value is going to be placed on offline services. And that's what I'm going to advise any creative now. Create an arm for your work where human beings have to experience whatever it is that you're doing physically.
Wow.
Yes. And storytelling as it is right now will always be needed. Why? Because there's no way we could have synthesized this conversation. Now, we can always train an AI on our voices, but your thoughts remain your thoughts on your inside until it is voiced out.
Yeah.
Right? So the originality of mankind will still be needed. Right? So there will still be reportage. There will still be documentary. There will still be, I'm getting married.
Yeah.
You don't want an AI to come and generate images of your wedding. It can generate images of a wedding, but it can't preserve the memories
this
of
is what an
your
AI
wedding.
can do. I can get someone who takes the pictures but doesn't know how to edit.
Yeah.
I run all the pictures on whatever software I want to use.
Yeah.
Gives me high-end retouching.
Yeah.
Nice color. I can even give prompt to give me in certain ways.
That already exists. That's a free app.
And that means that I don't need so much of an excellent person to edit. I get it done myself.
Retouchers for professional retouchers, their work is gone.
This is something we have to admit to ourselves.
Yeah. Graphic designers,
it's not like it's
gone. It's gone.
Recently, I was going to write a book, and I needed the front cover for the book, and all I had to do was just type prompts.
Yeah,
and there I was.
You get it.
Front cover for the book.
You get it, and then by the time you have it, at the end of the day, the average eye can't really tell. It takes a trained eye to be able to suspect, not even conclusively determine.
If you, as a photographer, I showed you 2 pictures, and you concluded that just one was AI.
Yeah.
Imagine what happens with the graphics.
Yeah. So a lot of jobs are going to be gone. And then, I remember when a mentee of mine was asking me yesterday, we were having this very same conversation. And he was saying, okay, what do I do? I said, your mom makes akara.
Beans cake.
Beans cake.
Yeah.
And you as a graphic designer, you've been helping our business. I said, what you can do right now, together with the photography you're doing, keep doing it. You're still going to get photo shoots. I still have photo shoots till tomorrow. I leave here, I have another photo shoot, right? So it's still there. We're still doing it. So, but while you're still doing that, prepare for the apocalypse. Invest very much in your mom's akara business. Brand it very well. Try and buy more lands. Try and plant more beans. Try and buy more machines. Try and encourage a distribution channel. Because I can assure you, that's what you are going back to.
Wow.
If you stick with just portrait photography. So start diversifying into events, journalistic approaches to storytelling. Start doing events, start covering conferences, start filming, start documentary. So creating in itself from the scratch is a dying art. Now, the preservation lies in documenting.
I mean, let's also look at this field of movie making. Let's look at the effort you usually take to get a CGI.
Yes.
That's a computer-generated image.
Yeah.
Look at HBO Studios, some of the things they produce and all that. And now, with a few prompts, you can have everything you could have done with CGI.
That one is even a war right now. It's like the Third World War, where companies are fighting over who can generate the best.
Wow.
And there's something called the uncanny valley. And the uncanny valley is designed, is in CGI, is what we call, or in photography, in creative art, is where we say, if you play PS5, you see the players, they don't look like dogs, they don't look like human beings, right?
Yes.
So, but you can tell that, oh, this is C. Ronaldo,
yes,
right? And that is Mbappe. So that, it's not human, it's not graphic. That uncanny, that's what we call the uncanny valley. So there's a way you can take a picture of a real human being and edit it into the uncanny valley by overdoing it, right?
Yeah.
And there's a way you can create an image graphically from scratch on a computer and you don't get it to 100% realism. That's that uncanny valley. What AI has been able to successfully do is to eliminate the uncanny valley. So you can generate from scratch and it's giving you. And then as at 2 years ago, we were having issues with, I can tell, you can easily tell that that's an AI image. Why? Because it's smooth, it's plastic. And then they said, okay, fine. Then AI went back again and started training itself on on the realistic details of a human face. And then they introduced something called layer subtexturing or something like that. And then hair frills, edge lighting, uneven skin tonings, uneven skin patches, skin textures. So there was an AI designed. So because AI images were perfect, and then they now designed another AI to add human imperfection to the images. That humans are imperfect. So AI had to study human imperfections and created the old template. And then, so when an AI edits an image into perfection, another AI will then now add admissible imperfection.
So it's more like saying that an attempt is now being made to humanize things.
Yes. That's the idea, to make it look human, sound human, even feel human. And that's dangerous. Because as a human being, and we're getting to a time whereby it's going to cause problems in marriages. Because some people are going to be cutting and be texting themselves, and you think you're chatting your babe on WhatsApp, and it's just the AI that is responding on a phone. It's going to be that cheap. And then in marriage, you're going to be like, but babes, I thought we sorted this. You weren't talking to me.
You're talking to
you were talking to my AI that has been trained on all my conversations, all my smileys, it's already there. It's on my WhatsApp. Meta AI has access to my Facebook, my WhatsApp, has access to this particular conversation we're having right now.
Does this scare you?
It's scary. Everybody should be afraid now. Go fear me. Everybody is scared. Because the world as we know it has ended. It has. And we are not ready for what's coming. No, we are not.
But
And-
something definitely is coming.
Oh no, something definitely.
I wanted to show you a video. I'm trying to find it. It's a conversation with some CEOs of some tech companies.
Yeah.
And I think even the founder of Nokia, I saw it, where he was explaining the future of phones.
Mm.
That it's going to be all the kind of phones we're holding is going to extinction.
Yeah.
But now it's going to be glasses.
Yeah.
And what can be integrated into people.
Yes.
So you are now not just a person, but a walking device.
Yeah. The Neuralink. It's already in
It's
existence.
not even just Neuralink now. This is about integrating these things with people.
Yes.
And he's saying it's going to happen within the next 3-4 years.
And see, the moment they tell you that, oh, it's going to happen, everything they predict has already been done. It's all about marketing rollout.
Yeah.
It's all about waiting for you, priming you enough to get there.
Use movies to prime you.
Yeah.
Entertainment to prime you.
Entertainment to prime
Things
you.
to prepare your mind.
Futuristic shows to prepare your mind. So by the time they start rolling it out or starting the idea of, oh, we're going to launch this. I mean, during Hitler time, they've already done cars that run on water. There were already machines that run on water.
Wow.
So it's not new. So if they're telling you that we want to roll this out, want to roll that out, iPhone 25 might already have been out right now. They're just waiting for maybe 2034.
Yeah, in business, imperfection is another business opportunity.
So but that putting the phone into the human body for us to be able to communicate without a physical device and everybody plugged in digitally, I'm not going to be surprised if it's already in motion.
Do you know about have you heard about this? You see footballers, professional footballers,
Yeah.
oftentimes they are wearing earphones. You see wires, cabled earphones. Some athletes, cabled earphones. Some high impact individuals don't use hands-free Wi-Fi earphones.
Yes. Because whatever is wireless can be tapped into.
And apart from that, it's the fact that the radio wave
The radio waves.
and the brain
Yes.
have been linked to certain kind of
Yes.
cancers and some things.
Yes. We live in a very dark world.
Now, look at that. This is for a device that is outside. Now, imagine when a device is now integrated inside.
Inside. And the people are going to die faster because the entire agenda to know is depopulation.
You believe in that?
Yes, I do. Strongly. It's out there. It's just that everybody's just busy trying to
In public view, it's not. It's that.
there. It's there. It's not
Sometimes-
hidden.
Yeah.
And
People.
it's been designed in such a way that when you hear the truth, it sounds like a silly conspiracy theory. So nobody pays attention until it hits.
Come again with that.
The truth has always been out there. The best place to hide anything, psychology has taught us, is in plain sight. It's always there. But the moment you know the truth, the system has been programmed in such a way to make you sound like a conspiracy theorist or even a mad person. So when you start saying it, it looks like a lot of people shouted about COVID before COVID happened. Nobody listened to them. They just felt like a bunch of conspiracy theorists. Someone said if it is a conspiracy theory, it is a conspiracy theory because it is true.
Now, Yemi Kings, you are not just a photographer. You are a multi-dimensional creative.
Yeah.
You were the one behind the popular sound Ubuntu. You directed that shoot.
Yes, I did.
And many more behind the scenes. Is that you expanding the bandwidth?
Yes. That's me trying to see how much of the creative space we can stretch into before this flood comes.
Feel the flood is.
Hey, the flood is here. And, if you've seen the Ubuntu music video, you would see dancers dancing with so much energy. None of them on set knew that the song was AI generated. It was that convincing. And we had a lead vocalist on set, and they just all naturally assumed she sang the song because she was singing it. None of them knew, because dancers are very connected to the music they dance to. If I had told them that you're dancing to a song sung by a robot That's not an human experience right there. That's just a bit of ones and zeros. That song doesn't exist anywhere in the physical world. That song was birthed in the digital world and it has remained there. They will lose all connection to the song. They thought they were dancing to the song she sang. And they were flipping on set, having accidents, just enjoying themselves. But the moment they know that song was not sung by a human being, oh no, you.
Let's look at it again.
Ubuntu, awetu. Mama Africa is calling. Children, come home. Africa, oh Africa, where is the sound of Ubuntu? When did our truth become so fragile? When did we forget who we are? From the shadows, voices rose. One by one, they
That's Ubuntu. It's beautiful.
You're going to make this real life. You're going to have to get like Soweto choir.
Yeah, it's even a Pan-African song, taken from different places. So, a lot of people could have been involved in this physically, right? Choirs, producers, even aviation guys, because we would have to fly them in or we would have to fly out. People in hospitality, food, catering, costume. This is supposed to be a project of at least 200 people involved, if not more. But the entire song was one person. And then, the crew, we just worked with a little crew and we were able to shoot the music video. So it's now we have this beautiful song and the song is not entirely cooked up by AI, right? There was a mind behind the prompt.
The lyrics.
There was someone wrote out the lyrics, a human mind wrote out the lyrics, right? And that's why you cannot just say, give me a song about Africa and you're going to get this.
Yeah.
Right. So we're going to now live in a world where the human and the machine have to come together to create so much genius. And that's what's going to now set everybody apart. Because if I can blend with my machine and you can blend with your machine, the machine is constant. The machine is the constant amplification. The machine is the constant amplifier. But the factor is the excellence that I carry on my inside as a human being. And that's what we're going to enjoy before the great flood happens. A time is going to come, the machine is not going to need us anymore because it is myself and my machine creating Ubuntu right now. A time is coming, that machine is not going to need me to create a better version of Ubuntu. And then that machine is going to train itself on the video that I shot for Ubuntu and create something better, faster, cheaper. And then human beings are going to watch it. So it begs the question then, what is then the reward for the creative effort? None of us can actually say this is how this is going to end. And like it has been rightly said about AI, if AI is a mistake, is the last mistake human beings will ever make.
Yeah. There's something I'm trying to get into. Looking at you right now, the number of years you've poured into your craft, from learning to maturing the craft, to building legacy. And here you are admitting that you're one of the few still running with this flag. But deep in your heart, you can tell the craft is dying.
Painfully so.
Where does
Painfully
that
so.
Where does that put you? Admitting that, where does that put you?
I think I've mourned what was. I think I've admitted what is.
Yeah.
And I'm embracing what will be.
You're ready to embrace what will be.
Oh, definitely. We're going to have to embrace what will be, because whether we like it or not, the world will put us where time has agreed we will be. We cannot control what happens in our time. We can only control how we respond to it. A lot of jobs were lost in Nitel when GSM came. A lot of cyber cafes shut down when Opera came.
Yeah.
That's school fees and house rent gone. Right? A lot of recharge card businesses died with the advent of Star 737. So that's life. It's not today that industries have been dying. It's not today that careers have been shaken. And it's still going to happen so much more. And I can decide to make the creative industry feel good and untouchable by saying, oh, we are good. We are not good. I have friends that are graphic designers that have not booked a job in months. Why? Because you can take a picture of a cookie, biscuits that you're selling, and then with one prompt, a whole brand guideline, globally acceptable as excellent, will be created. So how is my friend supposed to feed his wife, his son, with baby number 3 on the way? It's a sad reality. I have clients that didn't come back to me, and I went to their page and I could tell that this is my signature, but I didn't shoot this.
Yeah.
I have kids. I must feed. I have plans. I have parents to take care of. And that's like some 10, 20, 15 million that didn't come to me. And didn't take 3 megabytes of data to do that.
But you've spent all your time learning.
And I spent all my time learning this. So it is a painful truth for me to admit. And I feel that the more we admit... Now look, if at the end of the day, nothing now happens to the creative industry, oh fine, all is well and good.
Is that not too late?
No. If at the end of the day, if those of us that are saying, oh, a flood is coming, sometimes the sky can just be cloudy and at the end of the day, it just clears. And like, oh, we are still here after 20 years, AI has not killed anything. Glory to God. I will still be here shooting too. I'll still be there giving the best of my artistry to my clients. But what if we are wrong? And you don't want to find out. A lot of people said that in Noah's time, that it has never happened before. Eventually, when it did, it was too late. So a flood is coming. But the God we serve is the kind of God that He will warn you.
Yeah.
And He will send some people to build some arks.
Yeah.
And then those arks will take as many people as are ready that believe in the fact that a flood is coming. But look, at the end of the day, if I were to be in the time of Noah, I would have been in the ark. Like, let's just
survival.
Let's just humor this guy. Let's just encourage him. Because what if? I remember somebody saying that, oh, you might think that my Christian race, God does not exist. He said, look, I prefer to die and then there is nothing after life. There is no afterlife. Oh, fine, then I just poof into the universe. But what if there is an afterlife? And this hell thing and this heaven thing is real. I just prefer to be saved. I'll just follow this Jesus. So
you don't want to find out your life.
You don't want to find out. If this AI thing is going to take bread from your table and it's going to alter the cost, the cost of your destiny, and it's going to afford the kind of security you can provide for your children and your lineage. Because it's not just bread off the table. It's the quality of life. It's your socioeconomic status. It's the destiny of your grandchildren that is in question here with the bread that you bring to the table. So if an app or if a software or if a digital entity is questioning that, it just goes beyond your next invoice. We're talking generations to come.
Yeah.
And if Christ is not coming in the next 60 years, that means that you still have great-grandchildren coming.
Yeah.
And the quality of life they are going to live is going to be largely dependent by how you navigate this season.
Yeah.
Because if AI is going to be here, it's going to be here for the next 100 of years. And there is something about tech, it never goes away.
Yeah, we just build on it.
We just build on it. So a great shift is coming.
We position around it.
Because if countries are racing, all countries are funding AI research. Nobody is talking about war. No, countries are going at war with each other right now. That is news. But on the other hand, you have countries racing and corporate giants for AI.
Kenya
because even the missiles are going to be AI powered.
Oh, yes.
The biometric fingerprint of everybody is going to be imputed into the missiles.
How?
It's machine learning. It's designed to be interactive. If there is AI in this mic and there is an AI in this pillow, it's designed for them to interact.
Somewhat, yeah.
So if they target, with what we have, with the information that we have, bombs can be sent from any corner of the world to target a particular ethnic group, no matter where they are. No matter how scattered they are. It's going to be included is information.
That's just...
And that's the very bedrock AI is built upon.
Yeah.
Data, information.
Yeah.
So right now, information mining is going to be so much big than gold mining.
Thank you so much.
So your biggest asset right into bioengineering warfare. So that's why countries right now are not racing for nuclear weapons anymore. The weapon right now is data.